What's up everybody, my name's JBandit64 and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD Hero Mode 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we went through the Forsaken Fortress and we finally saved our sister. But we also learned the true identity of our boat here, the King of Red Lions, is actually King Daphne's No Hands in Hyrule. It's a bit of a mouthful, and we also learned that Tetra is actually Princess Zelda. But she has to stay down in the basement right now because she can't be discovered. But we also have learned as well that the sages are dead. And so we need to find the people who are their descendants in a way to help power up our Master Sword, because our Master Sword is very dull. It's got no power. But that turns out to be Medli. So we're going to go take her to the Earth Temple to find out what on earth happened here. Hey guys, it's definitely been a while. I've been very busy. Very busy bee. But I'm happy to... I've actually just been out swimming a lot. With my family. We've also gone to the lake as well. So I've been pretty much on the go a lot of these days. So it's been a little hard to find some time to actually record these last couple. It's been, I think, a month, according to my file, because I last played this, at least not uploaded, but I last played this on the 8th of last month, or of June. So it's definitely been a while. It's like the 20th of July right now as I record this. So it's definitely been a little bit. So, yeah, but thank you for your patience on this episode, because I've been trying to look for opportunities to find a time to record, but they just haven't been popping up these last, what's it been, like 6 weeks? Something like that. But anywho, so now I actually have the time to record, because we're not doing too much today, so I'm happy to, finally sit down and get this rolling, but... I'm kind of realizing, though, now that I think about it, we're starting to come close to the end of things here on this channel for this Let's Play anyways, because we've only got a couple more things to go through. But cutscene. Medli, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. This temple ahead is the nest of an evil creature, the same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage. It is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If Stink comes near you and presses blah to call you, then be silent and follow closely behind him. And if Stink presses blah, allow him to lift you, and if need be, fly and carry him through the air. And Stink. If Medli gets stuck and cannot continue in the temple, use the Wind Waker to conduct the song you learned in the Tower of the Gods. Do you understand? Yep. Stink, protect Medli, and Medli, protect Stink. The power to repel evil surely be returned to the Master Sword. Let's do it. But we're gonna walk very slowly for dramatic purposes. Oh, he even turned back. He's like, "Girl, you coming?" There we go. So as you can see, a big gimmick for this dungeon and for the next one is that we're gonna actually have to do some escort missions for the entire dungeon. Now, not to spoil too much in case if this is your first time, I think this one is the better one of the two dungeons in terms of escorting people around. Oh, she killed it on that herb. Boom. Okay, but I think we get a little bit of a dramatic entrance. Once again, if the first one wasn't enough, we have another one. The Earth Temple. So that is going to be our next dungeon. Is she ready, though? She's like, alright, I'm headed in, There we go. Ooh. This is a dungeon I quite like a lot. I think my favorite dungeon... Oh, did I say it? I don't think this is like my favorite dungeon, like number one, but I feel like this is my number two out of all the dungeons I like in this game. Okay, but yeah. So as you can see, we got a lot of stuff to be doing. So we're going to be doing a lot of escorting around because it's going to be a me and her type of dungeon and not just us anymore. And we kind of got a little bit of a taste for that in the Tower of the Gods. Oh yeah, right. Okay, let's not get crazy here, Stink. Let's not get crazy. Okay, but as the King of Red Lions just said, we have the command melody to help us tell Medli what to do in certain situations, because she cannot act of her own for most things. There are some things she might automatically do, but flying like this to be separated from us, at least briefly, is something that she needs help with. So as you can see, as playing as Medli, we have the ability to fly and walk around. We cannot attack though, so if you gotta play the other person, just do it for just do it just to get them around to where you need them to be. Oh goodness. Girl, why you look like that? Are you bored of this? This is no time to be bored, madam. Okay, and also luckily too, Medli does not have a health bar, so we do not have to worry about her getting killed or anything. But she does get stunned if she does get hit. And so the same thing for our other sage when we meet them later on. And as you also can see as well, there are these other choo-choos that are purple, but we can actually not attack them when they are in liquid form. So we have to turn them into solids and throw them so they can be broken. Yes, actually I think this is my favorite iteration. So we can hit them with a boomerang, as you can see, but they will just separate if we try to hit them. And if you can't already tell, Medli has a little, has a kind of, how do I want to say this? Her harp is reflective, so she can actually use it kind of like the traditional mirror shield that we have in these games. So we're just going to quickly use her for that, so we can pick it up and throw the sucker down. Ha 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 ha. Okay, cool, and that was everybody in the room. So yeah, so is this the creepiest dungeon in the game? I mean, let's see. I don't know. I would probably say it's the creepiest in the game, just because this one's very, I mean, the other temple will come across as underground, but it's not to the level of creepiness that is this one, I feel anyways. Also, but this is also kind of kids creepy as well. It's not like super terrifying, but we are going to come across things that will not be ideal in this dungeon. And there's that guy. Also, yeah, when you also L-target as Medli, you can kind of spin around instead of walking around, so use that to your advantage of how you want to handle things. I don't think you can do that while you're holding up the harp, if I'm mistaken. No, not really. But it's nice if you just want to stay in the same spot without having to move away from anything, and then you can just kind of twist her around the way you need her to twist. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's go back to us. But I think for this, it's a very interesting mechanic for an escort mission, because it's not very typical. I mean, at least in the games I feel like I've played, it's not very typical to. Sir, that is not a place to put your face. We got the dungeon map, so we know what that does, madam. Yeah, come on. So that is also the call feature as well, so she'll just kind of follow us around, but I like to usually kind of pick her up. I think in the GameCube version, in order to go through doors, you have to pick them up. Now in the Wii U version, I think you can just kind of have them follow you like that, and they'll come through, but just make sure they're near the door, because I think if they're too far, I think the game will just kind of count it as you leaving them behind, so, which is not something we try to do. Yeah, but anyways, kind of like I was saying, it's not very typical, at least in the games I play, where you have escort missions that you can also kind of control the other person in a sense. There's not too many games I can think of outside of Zelda that where you can just kind of tell the person what to, control the person. Because for sure there are games where you can tell them what to do, like I need you to stay, I need you to do this for me, and they'll do it of their own accord because of that's how their AI is programmed. But it's not typical that you can also control them as well. And also very quickly, this fog here. It kind of works as getting jinxed, if you know what that is in Zelda, and if you do not know, that it just means that you cannot pull out any of your weapons. So try not to get jinxed, and if you do, you can go into the light there. Not to die, but just to dispel any of that. Okay, so we're going to put her down there. Now, we can't go through that door, but I'm going to save that for later, because we need the dungeon item to be able to go in there. Because there is a floor switch that needs to be pressed down, and the person that can press it down is Medli, but we need a certain item in order to do whatever is in that room. It's very much an optional room, and I think it's only available while you have Medli here, so if you miss it, you know, you miss it. But the thing is, it's not that big of a deal because it is something that you can collect outside. Girl, look at her being bored again. What is up with Medli's face? She's just like bored about everything. She's like, I mean, I guess this is what I signed up for, but like, I'm not really thrilled about it. Okay. Small key. We know what that does. Okay. Now. Yes. Okay. So, if you can see over there, there's that black hole that is trying to attack Medli. That is a Floor Master. The bane of your existence, for sure. But luckily that was easy to take down. And also, let me get this guy here. Deku Leaf, because I want to take care of these guys. Okay, and the Floor Masters now. Sorry, I was just trying to focus there for a minute because I was like, ooh, let me try and get the skulls, but also not try to get kidnapped. So the Floor Masters will take you to the main room of the dungeon. If they catch you, they'll either grab you. If you stand in the little shadow for too long, they'll just grab you from there after hiding. They can also take your partner away. But they'll take them to the main room. So for us, in that case, that is here. If they take Medli for whatever reason, they're gonna put her up here. So just be careful about how you navigate the dungeon because it means that you can either take the long way to get back to where you need to be, or you can. It's gonna kind of suck. I think it's kind of rare for Medli to get kidnapped in this dungeon. So if you play pretty well, you know, of course, when you're recording something and playing at the same time, that is not a guarantee. So we'll try and be careful here. All right. Oh god! Oh goodness. Okay. We're gonna avoid you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So now we're gonna pull out our bow and arrow here. And we are going to shoot the sucker up here. Sweet. Because as you can see, we need some light. And let's get Medli over here. Girl, come to me. You guys are in a crisis, I'm on my way. She just talks like that naturally though. Okay, anyways. Here. Okay, we're gonna keep her like this for now. Okay, and also too, I believe if you keep them in the light, they won't resuscitate right away. So it's kind of good to keep them there if you need to use them for stuff. So I'm just gonna put her down here, and I'm gonna put you right there. And that'll bring the stairs down, which is perfect, but we are going to need Medli back at some point. Oh, and I guess we summoned more of them. Cool. It's okay, we won't bother with them. Okay, but we are going to use the command melody once again to bring Medli up here. Now again, this, you know, with it being her being able to be controlled, we're going to rely on this a lot to get her to places, as the King of Red Lions once said, to that where she might have trouble getting on her own if we cannot get to her in time. Okay, we're gonna put you down there. Good. Yeah, so as you see, that Floor Master did grab me there, but the boomerang will be your best friend, as about with pretty much all the other enemies in this game, so just use that to your advantage, because you don't want to restart. Especially when you get to the later parts. I think even when you do get the pots that do let us get to places, you know, where you can travel a lot faster, it is just more convenient, you know, to not have to do all that. Okay, and then once again, Medli. Girl, come to me. Girl, I'm on my way. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to destroy this one first here. So anything with those little markings means it can be destroyed with light, as you can see. You might have noticed that with some things already. Okay, we're gonna do that as well. Boom. Let's see. I think we're making good time on this dungeon though. I feel like we've already kind of progressed to where I would expect us to be. There's only one part I think that might take us a little bit, but that's not till later. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So let's go back, yeah. We'll go back. Ooh, treasure. There we go. Okay, now what have I been up to? Because I said I've kind of talked a lot about this dungeon so far, in a very excited manner. Let's see. I've been to some movies. I did see Obsession. What a great movie. That was a really wild movie. If you're a fan of horror, I would definitely recommend that one for sure. It was just a crazy ride overall, and I just felt like once you kind of know the plot, like in a sense, you kind of know, okay, there's gonna be some things that go wrong here, but how they go wrong? Now that was crazy. Anyways, compass. We know what about that. Oh, but I guess he's gonna talk to us about it. Stink, do not worry about straying away from Medli in the depths of the temple. Just relax and open your dungeon map. It will show you Medli's location as well, so you can easily confirm her whereabouts. Good to know. So I don't think it shows on here, I can pull it up on screen here, but on the map here, you can see Medli's face, or where she's located, so. And like I said, it's not the end of the world if you do accidentally leave them behind, just, you know, go find them. Alright, I think, is there anything worth here? Fairies. Not that I need them. You know, especially now that we have 4 bottles of, you know, 3 for the soup, 1 for the soup, and 3 for the fairies. You know, we're pretty good. Okay. Oh, ow. Oh, ow. Okay. I'm gonna need you to stop whatever this is. Okay, Medli girl, I need you. Okay, so there's no enemy there. Those are the Poes. They do not like light, so we're gonna shine some light on them. Okay, what I like to do is I like to put it in the middle so that I can kind of guide them. When they lose their light, they will try and attack you. There we go. Come to me. Yeah, they're gonna laugh and they're gonna charge. So if they do that, though, they will try and possess you. So just be careful about where you are in that moment. Okay, now we got some monies. Let's see. Oh, and they are. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think it's worth it. Okay, let's get the thing that's up here real quick. Gosh, okay, yeah, so I saw the movie Obsession, also saw the Odyssey, also great, I really like that one. Medli, gonna need you to refocus here. There we go. Now, I believe there's an invisible wall until you get rid of all of them, even though it makes more sense to get rid of the one in the middle, but, you know, what do I know? Invisible walls, how do they work? Nobody knows. There we go. Okay, now we're just gonna put her on top of here, just to patiently have her wait for us. Oh. Now, I think, you know, not to be rude, I think you could have walked those up. But maybe she's just trying to have her own fun because she's really bored here, apparently. I mean, you saw her face. She's just here out of boredom. Could you imagine that's how, like, she joined? She's just like, yeah, like, I found, like, a message, and, like, I don't really have anything else going on, so I guess I'll help out, like, you know, just cause. Like, I was gonna go and just sit down and, you know, do nothing, but, like, I'm okay to help out with this. Okay. Now there's coffins here. So, but I know which is the correct one. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Zoom in on your head. There you go. Okay, now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here's the worst enemy of the game. Redeads. They will yell at you if you get very close to them in a moment to stun you. Do not let them touch you. A bad touch. You know when your mom says, like, don't let the strangers near you? This is why. They could be redeads. You know, ignore their, like, nice 18mm Pandora hoops, because I'm sure they have that type of drip, and, you know, when they're alive. But do not let them touch you. It is the bad touch. Bad touch. So I do kind of let yourself on purpose get stunned. I don't think they can stun like you for very long. I think You know, it could be just a me thing. I feel like I notice when I have lower health, it is easier for them to keep me stunned. That could just be very much a me thing though, but I'm not sure if that is fact. Let's see. But yeah, now we got the key, so we are going to go get out of here. And we're gonna go over here. Because this is, you know, this door looks very different from this door, so this must be important. There we go. Oh, so important that we have to leave Medli behind. Okay, so now we have to be careful. I think I have everything equipped, right? Okay. Oh, here we go. Here is our mini boss. Stalfos. You want to be careful around them. They are made of bones, as you can tell. And they are weak to bombs, but they will just fall apart just like that, and you will have to attack their head. I guess that wasn't the whole fight. I guess it'd be too easy. So I guess our true boss fight, mini boss fight anyways, is 3 of them. Hey, how y'all doing? Let's see. So 2 more. So let's attack this one. Okay, and I like to stun them with the boomerang when they're hopping around like that, and then just spin attack a bunch of times, because that will do the most damage, because they will come back together if you do not hurt them and kill them off in that way. So, we'll, you know, just be careful. Also, do not use the boomerang to hold them in place while their head is spinning while there's a bomb, because they are actually immune to that. That makes them immune to bombs. How does that work? Video game logic. Remember, if your head is spinning at fast speeds, everybody, you can take an explosion and you'll be fine. You know, that's just how logic works. Okay, so now we got everything in here. So we are just now going to grab the item dungeon. And you got the mirror shield. A shiny surface reflects beams of light. Hold blood to use the shield and blood to aim its reflection. Now, I do have to do something very quick, so I'm just going to pause the video here and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I am back now, so we are going to do this thing. And look at our mirror shield. Look how cool this is. It's probably my favorite iteration of the mirror shield, aside, I think, the one from Ocarina of Time. It just looks really cool. I like the, you know, I like that it matches, our Master Sword, as you can see if we kind of put it away. Like, the mirror shield in Ocarina of Time doesn't really match the sword, but, like, it's still cool looking. But, like, I feel like this one, I like anyways, how they kind of had the idea to match it with the Master Sword. Because, you know, because not only do I love a good fashion statement, you know, I love when weapons make sense, but also make fashion sense, you know? But, so we actually have our own mirror shield now, so which is going to be pretty awesome, because now we can use the light now. So we are now light benders. Ow, okay. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna die. Medli! Help! No problem, broski. I come in the attack now. Oh, everybody mad. Everybody calm down, please. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Have everybody in the position right there. And then we'll use... There you go. So also happy to have the Master Sword too, because we definitely take things down a lot faster. Yes, so now we can also reflect Medli's light off our own shield, so now we have our own control of the light. Again, very handy for us to have. Okay. There we go. Money's up. Love that for us, because we're definitely going to need it, and we're coming to the point where we definitely will need it. Okay. There we go. Anyways, a little worried on our health, but not super worried because we do have fairies in stock, so in case we do end up running out of lives, you know, we have something to revive us. And as a reminder too, I'm not counting game overs as revives because, you know, we're still in it, if that makes sense. But a true game over will be... Oh, kidding it, wait. I was kind of hoping Loki he could lock in. I didn't mean to call you, but that's okay. Loki, I was kind of hoping Loki he could just get this guy to come down without even having to aim anything. That would have been nice. Okay. Okay, so we'll get you to come over here. And we're gonna get you to reflect some light. Let's see, so I don't think there's anything else we can do in this oh. Okay, yeah, let's twist you around right there. Yeah, right there. Right about there. Let's say right there. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna get this little guy right over here. Yeah. This is also a good place to get some money as well, because as you can see, look at all that money. So now we're at 701. So we're kind of, I think we're about halfway to the amount of money we want. But in case we don't get enough money from the dungeons, there are some treasure chests that we can quickly get our money from any of the treasure chests that we have collected thus far. So it's not the end of the world if we don't have enough money for the later part of the game, which will be a little... It probably will take a little bit. I don't know how long that part of the Let's Play will be. It definitely is streamlined to be easier in this version compared to the Wind Waker on the GameCube, so hopefully it won't be super long, but there is some stuff that will take a while. There we go. So now we have our next direction to go, and that is downstairs. Okay, is there anything worth it in here? I know can't get hearts, but let's see, we're filling on supplies here. There we go. Okay, so no. Alright, so let's go, because now we're headed further down, so let's be careful. But there also is a hidden thing in here that we can get, but I will take care of the main stuff first before we get that. At least in this room. Okay. And also, there is a new type of enemy, and that is the blue bubbles. They work as the... as I talked about earlier, they're the Jinx type of bubbles, so if you're not careful, they can hurt you. Sir, I need you to come here, actually. Stab. Okay. And now let's be careful over here. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now how do I want to go about this part? Let's first do the main part of this room. Girl, come here. Okay. Alright, madam, I will just follow me and nothing will go wrong. Okay, your turn. You killed it. Okay, now we know this part. Door go shiny, door go boom. Okay, now, so the thing that we want to do is we want to go over here. There's just this little pathway that doesn't really make sense. But that is because there is something in here that is worth our while. But there also is an enemy here, and I believe it is... Well, we don't need all that, but I think it's you. No. You? Aha, I got it first try. Okay, well, not really, but... But anyways, money's up, always love that. Okay. Now, that isn't all that there is to this little corner, but there is something we do want from here. Yeah, that's right, it's a hidden chest, and if you kind of know what I talked about in a previous dungeon, you might already kind of know what this is going to be. is the Earth Tinkle statue. It's cool and damp and smells like mold. That is nasty. Why regret? No, you know what? No. We're gonna put this back. It'll be waiting for you on Tingle Island. Okay. You know what? Now that I think about it, it must be weird to have very conflicting scents of of these Tingle statues over on that island, because we have the one smells like mold and the other smells like sea salt. So now you just have sea salt mold. That sounds like terrible. And Bath and Body Works, I would love a collection of that. Sea salt and then mold. I think it would do really well. Okay, so now we have Redeads again. We don't like them, but they're very weak to light. And that actually stuns them. So that makes them less scary. But it also gets them to do a funky dance. Break it down. Cats and boots and boots and cats and cats and boots and boots and cats. Alright. There we go. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to call for you, but alright. Sweet. There we go. Yeah, there we go. No, there we go. There we go. No. Aiming, how does it work? There we go. It took a little finessing, but that's okay. It's okay. And we're gonna do this side as well. Just a little finessing, that's all it takes. Oh, never mind, I guess I already got rid of that one. Okay, so which way do I want to go? I think it's this, yeah, it's this way. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, as a demonstration, she did fall us through the door and I didn't need to pick her up. But we're gonna put her down there because this is not a safe area. Now, technically, there is a way you're supposed to go about this, but I just run. There we go. Small key, we know what that does. Okay, so, as you can see, there's a lot of floor masters here. My strategy is to do this, get near enough, and attack them, just like that. Again, boomerangs are friends, so don't be afraid to use it. And we're gonna just attack them like so. Remember, don't try and stand in their little shadow circle for too long, because you will get sucked in. Money's up. Money a little up. Okay. Anything useful? No. No. I mean, I guess the supplies is nice, but we don't really need it. There we go. Okay. I always try to check the more lone ones, because that way you're not trying to deal with two floor masters at the same time. Because dealing with one is enough trouble. Dealing with two is a no-no. There we go. Oh, there we go. We got some supplies for that. But see, that one tried to grab me. He is just like, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Alright, now for our troubles, we do get a chest. I do believe that is just a treasure chart. Nothing really special, but I think this one has money, but I'm also like, maybe I should collect everything while I'm here. I will say, I think it's a lot more convenient in the later two dungeons to collect everything, because you kind of already have everything at this point. So it's just easier to be able to collect the stuff that you actually need. There we go. Okay, I don't think I need anything else, so let's continue. There we go. Hey girl, don't mind me. We do have a lot of supplies, so that is good. Not that we need it anymore, because we already had our max, but we're doing good, we're doing good. Okay, so. I believe this is just a me part as well. There we go. That's what a lot of this Jinx stuff is that you just kind of go through and just hope for the best. There we go. Okay, now it's hammer time. Boom. Okay. Okay, oh goodness. Stay away from me, don't touch me. Okay, there we go. Now, also, if you even do have your sword out, you still can't swing it. That's how bad the jinx is. You don't know how to use your sword. It doesn't let you. I don't think it doesn't even make a sound. I tried to press the button because I was like, does it make a sound when you do it? Because I remember, I think it's Majora's Mask. I think if you do try to swing, a text box will pop up and say like, no, you can't do that. You're jinxed. And it's like, oh no. So it doesn't seem to let you do that. It doesn't even make a sound, which I feel like would make the most sense, but I don't know. That's just me. Okay. Now, I said we are starting to come near the end, so we are making good progress. Okay. Get rid of you. The best way to get rid of these is to try and kill them before they even are wide awake. And also the best way for them to come to you is for the best way to kill them is for them to come to you. Hey. How y'all doing? Come here, come join the light. Haha, fools. Okay, so now we're gonna quickly destroy these guys here. There we go. I feel like this dungeon has the most money to collect, the most rupees. So that's very handy again if you're low on money, because again, so you will need some money near the end of this game here. I probably will. What I'm thinking is I'll probably tackle the stuff that requires the money first, so then that way we don't have to worry about money afterwards. And then, oh yeah, we'll need you. Oh, sorry. I prematurely let go. I need to work on that. Okay. Alright, Medli girl, I'm gonna need you to stand yay over here. Yeah, let's just say right there. That works for me. And then we're gonna get you right over here. Yep, perfect. Alright, now we're gonna take you over here. I think first I wanna put you down. Oh yeah, let's get the boomerang really quick here. That worked in my favor. Okay. Yeah, come out. Come out. Fight me. Fight me. Yes. Also, don't try, when you're trying to break free from that, don't try and hit the A button, because I haven't had it happen before, where they will just, where Link will roll it right into their arms, and you don't want that. Ooh, money. Yo, look at that. Yo, we could get, like, rich from this dungeon alone. Oh, that one didn't make a noise. How weird. Alright, get mad at me. Do it. Do it. There we go. I'd say this is probably one of my favorite iterations of the Undead, because these ones are very cool looking, because usually the other ones are just, you know, like zombies, right? I mean, this is what that is too, but they're more like fleshy, like kind of rotting zombies, at least I feel. You know, or like mummy zombies, because Gyptos I think are kind of treated the same way as, these guys, but I find these to be more cooler. Because I just like how they're stylized. Okay. Now, we don't necessarily need to fight that one, so I'm just gonna... Medli girl, we gotta go. You don't look at me. I'm just passing through. I'm just but a wee lad, trying to do his best here. Bum 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 bum. Cut the check. She did it. She did it again. There we go. Okay. And we're just gonna go through here quick. Yeah. Also, I just realized every time we play that song, I noticed that the temple music restarts again. I don't know if that was a thing back in the GameCube one, but Very interesting. Anyways, our final pot right over here. And so now we're just gonna quickly make our way down over here. Now we're just gonna go bring Medli down to us. Now I will say, be careful descending with Medli because you still are expected to press the A button just a little bit. But she can handle like really high heights, so that's fine. Because I've had it happen before where I've tried to done this part and I just don't tap the A button fast enough and she just plummets into the pit below, which is not a good thing. Okay, so now here's the fun part. There's a big puzzle here. So as you can see, there's just a ton of mirrors, but also this big little head over here. So we're going to be playing with some light here to get to where to try and do what we need to do. I had to really think about that. Okay. Also, I meant to summon her, but that's okay. We'll just bring her down. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. But yeah, but we're getting pretty close to the end here. So we just have this room, 2 more rooms, and then that's it. Then we're done here. Right here. Okay. This one's quite the long dungeon though. I feel like, I don't know if it's the longest. I think it feels like the longest because you're doing a lot in this dungeon. Especially with Medli here. Money's up. Okay, so now we'll bring her down. Because she will be needed momentarily. Okay. There we go. There we go. And to get more strange markings on the wall, so we're just gonna do our thing here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is a lot of moving stuff. Oh, you know, I did realize we didn't go to that one room I said we could potentially go to. I want to go back there. Not really. I could show it off though. I don't know if it is something that's commonly showed because I don't think a lot of people remember to go back there. So, but we'll do that near the end here. Okay. Oh, money's up, guys. Yeah, look at that. Like, how much did we start with? I think we're almost like at 500. We're almost like at 1,000 just from playing this dungeon alone, which is crazy to think about. Okay, so that light's over there. And we have that light over there. Oh, what can I do? I should put the mirror down. I was gonna say, where is the light? Okay. I think I can hit it from over there, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then we're just gonna go over here. There we go. Haha. Okay, now we're gonna bring that mirror over there. Yeah, this was just a very long puzzle because it's just very involved in what you have to do for this. There we go. So it's just gonna be a lot of pushing around mirrors, reflect, medley, command melody, all that fun stuff. There we go. So then we'll bring that over here so that it can reflect stuff over here. W for wind. Okay, so now we can bring her over here. And we're just gonna bring her to the next section so we can continue this little mirror puzzle. That was only half, so we still got another half to tackle. Okay, and so that starts with over here. So we're just gonna bring that mirror over there. Goodness. Perfect. Yeah, I didn't realize how involved this one was. I think when you're like not commentating like I am, I think you just kind of are just, you know, you just go with the flow, you know, no big deal. You know, you don't really think about it. But yeah, doing this puzzle and commentating, I'm just kind of realizing like, oh yeah, there's a lot that goes into this. Okay, yeah, we'll get you up here first before we put out anything. So we'll get this little treasure first. There we go. And we'll put that away. We'll twist. Put that down. Let's see, I can't really see. There we go. Okay. But there's something over there that we want to reflect, so we'll just take care of that quick. Okay. Oh yeah, that was like, what am I trying to reflect again? It's this thing. This I want to reflect. There we go. There we go. There we go, lass. There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna pull that out, but let's go do some investigating. Ugh. Pots. Money's up. Yeah, look at that. Oof. Child, we are doing so well with money. There we go. There we go. So yeah, now that brings that down. And now we just need to bring that little mirror over here. Oh, sir. There we go. And then, well, come on, we're almost there, almost there. Ta-da! So now we all have platforms where we can stand, but first let us go and do that. As I said, I want to go into the other room, but I think it's better that we handle this part first. Oh, girl. No, I don't need you to reflect right now, girl. Oh, I need to get that treasure too. We'll grab that as soon as we're done here. No, ma'am. I listen. I love that you have your harp and that you're ready to whip it out whenever, but I need you focused over here. Okay. There we go. Ooh, that kind of low-key, that sounded very satisfying. Okay, so now we have that done. So, but what we can do now is that we're gonna go open that chest first. And then, sorry, he's very exhausted. We're still running on that one little sliver of health we have. There we go. Okay. Come on. Okay, we're gonna pick you up. And then we're gonna go over here quick. So we're just put you down. And then, yeah, I think it's better to deal with these one at a time. So I'll go down. Just grab this. There we go. Okay. I actually thought you needed Medli for this part, because I thought there was a ladder that was supposed to drop down as soon as that drops down as soon as you kill them all, but I suppose not. So Medli's just here to watch. She's here to watch. Nice. Okay. I'm actually having a pretty good look at them, so I am quite happy about that. I mean, whoa, yeah, I'm looking at like a rupee count, like holy cow, I did not realize you'd get almost this much in money. Yeah, but that's assuming, of course, you know where to look to for that, for the money. I'm assuming you probably wouldn't have that much if we did. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So that kind of showcases what happens if you don't kill them in time. So we're just going to place another bomb down quick. Nice, he got killed by the boomerang. There we go. So now we got a treasure chest for our troubles. Okay. Sir. There we go. He forgot how to use his arms. It's okay. We all have days like that. Just one of them days. And treasure chart. That's crazy. That's wild. Anyways, let's continue. Okay. Now we're done. She's like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Stop rolling. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here. Okay. As you can see, if you saw that very quickly, I don't know if I've talked about it. In case I haven't, I'll just talk about it again. When you enter a room, especially with the bubbles, these ones, their eyes will glow, so you can actually know ahead of time, what an enemy, where the bubbles are as enemies. Oh. There we go. So it's actually really easy to do that in a sense. Oh, he tried, but I had time. Let's see, listen, did you see that Medli? Again, minding her own business. She's just like, whatever. Now you do your thing, I'll do my thing. Like, I'll just stand and watch. Anyways, big key, big whoop. Okay, let's go. So let's get out of here. Yeah, oh gosh. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's all we really need, so let's continue. Okay. So we're going to go back, and we're just in the last room. But before we do that, I think I'm just going to quickly go ahead and go back to the room that we missed. So I'm just going to make a cut here real quick, and it's just going to be pretty short. It won't take that long, so I'll be back in the other room that we could grab some stuff from there, so one moment. Okay. Oh no, leave her alone. I was gonna say welcome back to the room we needed to be in, but obviously now we're getting attacked for no reason. Sir, I am disappointed. There we go. Anyways, we're back in this room here, so this is the room. The room next to it over here is where we need to go. Also, I'm just gonna be very careful here. Or you're gonna try and grab me when I hit Medli. Let's see. So yeah, so that's what happens if you get too close to them as the second time, because they tried me the first time, and they got there. Okay, so if we put her down here, it's gonna open this room. And then, like I said, this is the room that's only available while you have Medli here, because if you finish the dungeon, Medli will not be able to help around in this dungeon, so grab everything while you can. Especially, I think, for some of the other stuff, like the rupees we found in the room before the mini-boss, because I think you definitely need her in order to be able to grab that as well. So, there are some missable things when you don't have Medli here. Yeah, but this room only has a joy pendant, so not a big reward, but again, I just wanted to show you the room because it is something that's easily missable, and I don't think a lot of people remember to come back here to grab that. Okay, so now with that being said, I'm going to cut back to where we originally were, so I'll see you guys in a moment once again. Okay, now we are back, so now we're going to go ahead and English, how does it work? We're now going to head over to the boss room, which is just way over yonder, not very far. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's jump. There we go. And we'll have just enough to these pots here just to quickly refill anything we might be missing here. And more money. We like that. Okay. Oh wow, I actually don't have a fairy here. That's crazy. Well, I do have fairies in stock, so I guess if I do get hit during the fight, not the end of the world. Okay. But this is a boss, so unfortunately we're leaving Medli behind. Unfortunately, fortunately, I think it's better for her. I hear a lot of things happening. Oh. Hi. How y'all doing? Oh. Okay, well, I don't think this is a good thing. Okay, I don't think he's happy to see us. I mean, he's laughing like a maniac, but blah, 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 blah. Hey, I don't think I've ever seen you do that attack like every time I've played. Okay, so Jahal's got one of those little big things right there, which actually means we can, use our mirror shield, and then we're gonna throw him into a spike pillar. Then we got our hurricane spin, an optional thing, but it makes this whole boss fight a whole lot easier, and we're just gonna go ham on some of these guys. And there we go. That is essentially the boss fight in a nutshell. He will try and do some other things, which we'll try and avoid. So let's be careful on that. Okay. Oh yeah, well sweet. You got stunned. So also, if you didn't notice too, some of the spotlights will disappear. That just makes the boss fight just a little bit harder, so you do have to be careful. Like right there, it switched out. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, if you originally do this without the hurricane spin, I think the fastest way to take them out would be to quickly stun somebody and then go ahead and attack. Oh, we're just gonna avoid that real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is I think this is kind of the only time you really get to use the power bracelets in a boss fight as well. Because I said after that, you kind of just use it to pick up heavy objects, and it doesn't become as useful after that. Nice. Hey, we did that without getting hit and with barely any health too. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we just kick your ass? Yeah, run away. Run away, clown-looking sucker. Sweet! And there's a little reward. Again, we're allergic to hearts. We don't believe in having more than 3 hearts. So we will just continue on, but I'll try and see if I can quickly nab. It's a little bit all huddled there, but let's see if I can quickly grab some stuff before we hit in there. Okay. Well, I don't want to get too close, but... Okay, I also don't want to, accidentally, spike myself either. There we go. Oh, yeah, so sorry, I almost saw that as, the crystal ball that holds everything. I almost collected that. I mean, if I did, I would just redo the dungeon all over again, because we're pretty much close to the stopping point of today's episode. So the run is not completely ruined. If I did do that, I would just start everything over. Hey, girl! Girl, I did the hard part, so I actually need you to help me. Just play your song one more time for me, and it's gonna be beautiful. Alright. Everybody in position? Let's play. Nice. Let's see. We spread our wings just a little. Love that for us. The prayers of the Earth Sage have restored the Master Sword's former energy. There's one last step before it becomes the true Master Sword once again. Actually too, before I read the next line, Medli did not talk at all throughout the dungeon. Usually she says one or two things. She'll usually talk to help you out if you ever get stuck in a room for a certain amount of time. So this is the only time she's spoken to us since. Stink. The power to repel evil is not fully yet awakened. To complete the awakening of the Master Sword, you must go to the Wind Temple for one more prayer. Now, Stink. Step into the light behind you and return to the surface. Your next duty is to find the Sage of the Wind Temple. I will remain here and continue to pray. You must hurry. And Stink. About Prince Kamali. Please watch over him for me. You got it. There we go, and that's it for the dungeon. So we did pretty good. Even I think pretty impressively too. We had gone through that without taking a hit for the dungeon. Well, for the boss of the dungeon anyway. So look at us go. Okay, but yeah, we're at an hour, so it's a little bit of an extra longer episode today. But that's okay. I think you guys are willing to don't mind a longer episode because I haven't been able to upload for a little bit. So there's your little treat, I suppose. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. And in the next episode, I foresee us continuing, starting to do the next dungeon with our next sage, who we need to find. But we gotta go and find out where the sage is located, which is on our map. But we need to go talk to him and find out who our potential next sage will be. So with that being said, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll also do my little spiel that I usually do at the end before the episode ends. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I appreciate a subscription to that channel. If you're also not following me on social media, like on TikTok, Twitter/X, and Instagram, I'd appreciate a follow on there. That way you can know when I upload episodes as well as when I just post kind of whatever I want to. So I think that's all I want to say. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And my name's Medli64, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces!